Welcome to Lucie's Vision. I am Lucie. So if you guys hear noise, it's my fan. It's very hot in my room. It's like hot today. I don't know why. Well, it's hot outside, but I have the AC on, but it's still hot. So that's my fan if you hear the noise. Okay, I apologize for that. So today, continue on the character types. You know the drill. I decode. I describe how this connects to all of us in a way. I'm gonna bring all the characters together, because I'm gonna bring it with something. I'm gonna bring. Okay, how many times you gotta say bring, Charlene? Lucie. Charlie's my real name, but I go by Lucie for a reason. But yeah, I'm gonna bring forward in the future, something for you guys. It's gonna make sense in the future. That's all you gotta know. It's gonna make sense. So today's character I would like to dive into is Lilo and Stich, or just Lilo. I think the name of the show is called Lilo and Stich, but the actual character I want to focus on is Lilo or Stich. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to go clarify and verify that I was saying the right character's name, who we're focusing on today. We're focusing on Stich, okay? But I'm laughing because I just went and go verify this information, and the first article I saw, the description they had about this show, I'm going to explain what they said. They said, Lilo and Stich is based off a young girl named Lilo. She's Hawaiian. She was very lonely in her life as a child, whatnot. And she one day came across a most wanted extraterrestrial ugly dog she saw, and she adopted this ugly dog, and she named this ugly dog Stich. I'm like, they call this... So, through her unwavering belief of Ohana, which means family, she believes family is everything, and she believes in the concept of family. So she considered Stich, which is a most wanted extraterrestrial being who escaped from a planet. He escaped from a planet now, and he escaped from a planet and landed on Earth, right? And Lilo, she found Stich one day, and she adopted him and treat him as family. But when it comes to Lilo, she believes in family, so she sees Stich as family, right? Even though he's an alien experiment that has escaped from a planet that landed on Earth. But I don't know why they call Stich ugly. I don't think he's ugly. I just thought he was just weird. He was just weird and annoying. Well, I watched the show as a child. Growing up, I was a kid. I was a little child. I was a kid. I found this character very annoying. I'm not going to lie. Stich was annoying as hell to me. I just cannot get into the character, and I really wasn't really into Lilo and Stich. It was my younger sister who was, but I do remember that show, and I remember Stich very, very vividly because I didn't like his character. He was just annoying to me. But the reason what led me to do this video is because I had a vision about Stich, and I'm like, why am I having a vision about Stich? Because mind you guys, I haven't watched this show in a very long time, since I was a child. I'm grown now. So I'm like, why is Stich in my vision? It was just weird, right? So I want to dive deep and understand who Stich really is, how he connects to me, how he connects to my nature, how he connects to my character type, and how he connects to the collective character type. I want to know the similarities of Stich. I want to know his nature, and I also want to know more about what this character really was, or what he really is. What do he really represent? So apparently what I gathered from the information I just briefly researched and verified is that Stich is a most wanted extraterrestrial. He's an alien. He comes from an alien planet, and he escaped this alien planet, and he landed on Earth. And he was adopted by Lilo, which is a young girl. She's Hawaiian, who treat him as family. Not only does she treat him as family, through her love, through her big heart, she has helped Stich open his heart and to see things from a different perspective. She helped him to see things from a different perspective. Ooh, perspective. She helped him to see something differently, and that way it helped to open his heart. So I feel like Stitch was traumatized. I feel like Stitch came from a background and experienced a lot of trauma. And therefore he met Lilo when he escaped, when he ran away from this trauma, when he started this new journey in life. He met Lilo and she gave him light. She showed him love where he didn't find love, where he didn't experience love before. So his heart was closed. That's what I'm getting. His heart was closed and Lilo was open because she believed in family. She believed in love. She was all about love, connections, and, you know, she's seeing the good in other people. But Stitch, he didn't never experience something like that. He was drawn to her. He used to always follow her. He followed her everywhere. He followed her. I remember that. But the thing is, he was annoying to me. I want to know why I find this character annoying too. So universe, I invite you to use me as a channel. And please share with me, the collective, who is Stitch? Who did he represent? What do we need to know? What is his nature? What is his character type? We know that Stitch was like, he was some type of alien experiment. He was an alien, but he was made in a lab. He was made in a lab, so he didn't have a normal upbringing, even though he was an alien species. Even amongst his alien species, he was one of a kind. He was different. He wasn't even like them because he was made in a lab. And I don't even think that's his true origin. Like, even though he was made in a lab, I don't think that's his true origin. But we can go with it, I guess. But I don't think that's his true origin. I'm not getting that. That he was just made in a lab, because I feel like he was different, even for them, even from the people who made him. He was different from them, because they made him that way, but at the same time, that wasn't his origin. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm getting. So Stitch character type, his nature, he is different. Okay, he's different from people around him. Even from his kind, from his species. He was an alien just like the people who made him, but he was different from compared to them. So whoever's watching this connects to the video I just did with what video was it? He stands out. What video was it? There's one character video I did that stands out. I don't know if it was the Tarzan one I did, and I mentioned that, so I feel like it connects to that character type. But Stitch stands out. Stitch stands out. He can't blend it. Like, he stands out. He's different. He's very different. Okay, Stitch character type, his nature. Hold on. I don't know. You guys, I'm looking at the cards because I'm reading it one by one. Well, I know it's with me when I read my cards now. I look at every detail of it now. Because I never noticed certain things with the cards, but now that I'm looking at it, there's something about the cards. So I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles. This nature is different. Yes, we know that, but it's like there's something I'm trying to say here. It's like I'm drawn to this. She holding these two these two specific pentacles in her hand, the way that she's holding it, that's what's drawing me in. There's something about that. It's like she holding it like this, right? And it's like it's not like she holding it tightly. It's just she holds it like this, like a weight, like a balance. So something about Stich is of, like, he's a scale. He's a scale. He is the scales. He's the scale. Like, it's like the way that it's like going, it's like he's holding it like as if he's the scale, and these two part is the scale itself, and the other three or the other four pentacles that's in front of the scales, it's like he holds the fates. He holds the fates of what? He holds the fates of what? He holds the fates. Hopefully this don't cut off. I gotta keep my phone like to do that. But he holds the fates. Like, he's a scale. He holds the fates of what? Okay, let's look at the bottom of that. I see the Page of Cups in reverse, and then I see the Three of Cups upright, right below the Six of Pentacles, which I said it shows like as if he's a scale. He's the scale. He is the balance of the scales. He holds the weights of the fates. That's what I'm hearing. It's something about fates. But the Page of Cups in reverse. Let's look at the Page of Cups in reverse. Give me 1 second, you guys. He holds the fate of the world. I had to pause it because I don't want it to cut off, and like when I'm focused, I'm focused, and it could just keep going. So I'm going to see the picture. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see the sparkles? Can you guys see the sparkles? Right? If you put it in reverse, I don't know if you can see it. That's what's drawing me in. I feel like those sparkles represent souls. If you guys pay attention to what I've been saying about water, I said water is life, it's spirits. The reason why I say that, why I believed it is because I had a vision about souls, they were crying out in the water. Like, I was hearing them through the water. They were crying because they were bound. And I feel like this one, they're not bound. It's like, I feel like look at the picture. Look at the picture. It's like they coming to him. So he's the scale. He's the balance of the scale. He holds the fate. I believe he holds the fate of the souls. And I feel like the necklace that he's wearing, the feather, is the key. Even his heart is lighting up. I feel like he guides the souls, right? Because he holds their fate as well. It's like they coming to him, like the sparkles. I hope you guys can see it, but I can see it very closely. I suggest you guys zoom in at this part. It's like they're behind him. Because it's in reverse. It came reverse. So they're behind him, right? And I saw the light. His heart is lighting the way. And I feel like the feather is a key. So he guards them. And he's the balance of the scale. He holds their fate. Now I'm looking at the cup and the fish. He holds their fate, and I guess something within the cup. He sees something in the cup that would decide what he will do. Like, although he's the balance of the scale, he holds their fate. He guides the souls through his heart. His heart is the light to guide them, right? And they're sparkling behind him. These souls are not bound. They don't seem bound. They seem free. but he's looking at the cup as if he's looking into their future, or as he looking into their destiny. It's like he looking into their fates. He look into what he sees them. I feel like the fish is like fish is, born on the water, right? I feel like the fish is them too. Like it's like a part of their consciousness, their spirit. That's what. Yes, the fish represent their spirit. The night is their souls, right? He's looking at their spirit. He's looking at their spirit. He wants to see something about these souls. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. You see, it's important that I take the time to look at the cards. I never noticed the butterfly right there. It's super big. Never noticed that one big butterfly. I noticed the other ones, but I never noticed this one. Wow. But it's drawing me in. So this came out in reverse. So he's the balance of the scales. He holds the scales together. He holds the fates of the souls. He decides their fate, and he sees their spirits. So that whoever is connected to this character type, to this nature of this character, you may be psychic. You may have some type of ability to see people's future, to see people's destiny in some way. You have the ability to see. You're gifted when it comes to the psychic realm. So then we have the Three of Cups. The butterfly is drawing me in when it comes to the Three of Cups. He brings people together. He brings people together. I feel like the butterfly is him. He could be anything. And you see in this picture, he appeared to these people as the butterfly. And he's the biggest one out of all of them. He's blending in. But it's like he's observing them. But he also bringing them together. He brings them together. But he's also watching them. Like, hold on 1 second. Why the feet? Or the legs, I'm sorry. He's looking at their legs. Or the way the butterfly is positioned is at the legs. I feel like that level, it's a certain level. He brings different people from different levels together, like different walks of life. Like, hold on 1 second. He brings different people together, like people who are different from one another. He could bring them together. He brings them together. Even though they're different, but there's something about these differences that connects them together. And he knows that. He senses it and he can see it. So he brings them together. Like, again, he's the balance of the scale. Like, he holds it together. Like, he brings them in. Very interesting. So this can be interpreted for the collective as you're very good at discernment. You know how to discern who's true, who's false, who has pure intention, who has ill intention. You're able to discern. You have very good qualities to discern people. No matter who they are, no matter if they're different from you, you can see people's intentions. Then we have the King of Wands. I'm paying attention to the King of Wands. The King of Wands. But what's drawing me together is the wands that he's holding and the bird. Something about the bird. The first thing that I saw was the bird, and then I saw something about the wands that he's holding. something about this wand. He plants seeds. Like, he plants seeds and he watch it grow. He's good at planting seeds of something. That seeds of things that will flourish, things of goodness, things of abundance, things that will bring something good. He allowed it to flourish on its own. There's something about this card. I'm going to clarify this one. Universe, can you please clarify the King of Wands, please? The Seven of Wands came out. Hold on. I had to pause it again because it's getting too long and I wanted to cut off. So that's why I wanted to like pause it and collect what I'm getting so it won't go too long. But anyways, what I'm getting for the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands is that, because I said I'm drawn, the bird is drawing me in. I believe the bird, once he has accomplished something, once he has planted something and built it and allowed it to flourish, the seed that has flourished, he moves on. He's ready to on to the next level. So this particular character type, it evolves quickly. It evolves quickly. That is what I'm getting. It can plant something, it can build something, and it can flourish very quickly. So this person is I'm reading it, I'm internalizing it in a way of this is representing this person. This person can evolve quickly to new levels, but it comes with, when that happens, it comes with new enemies that go against this person. This nature is that you can evolve very quickly when you learn. Like you can plant a seed, or you can have, like, once you understand something, you take flight, you move on, and therefore it helps you to evolve. Something about understanding something and something about levels. Something about what you may have, like, because here we go, like, look at this picture. The King of Wands, right? You see this man holding the wands, right? And then the Seven of Wands, I believe the Seven of Wands, yeah, the Seven of Wands, you see the same man, right, without the hat, on a huge boulder, right? And he's standing on it with two different shoes. And these wands represents people, enemies that's striking, trying to come after this person. This person is still holding that wand, but this time he's using that wand as a defense. So I feel like in this picture, this wand is what he's learning, right? And now he's using it as a protection. What he has built, what he has learned to protect him against any known enemies that may come his way. He's on a new level. So again, once he has learned something, accomplished something, he moves up. He evolves quickly. I'm reading this as quickly, even though the King of Wands it takes time, but for some reason I'm seeing that it's quick. It's that once he learns something, soon as he understands something, he rises to a new level, and he used what he has learned, the wisdom that he has gained, he used it as a defense, a protection thing against any new devils when it comes to any new levels that he may elevate to. If that makes sense for you guys. That's what I'm picking up. This character type is a fast learner. One. Whoever chose Stich is a fast learner. Can see people for who they really are. You have a good discernment. You know how to discern. You know how to weigh the scales. You know how to see the pros and cons into things. You know how to see the pros and cons very easily. Whether it's connection, whether it's people, whether it's yourself, whether it's a situation, you can see the pros and cons, and you balance it out for your advantage. you follow your heart, because in this picture with the Page of Cups in reverse, I said that the shirt, her heart is lighting up. Is that you allow your heart to lead the way. You live life through your heart from your own desires, what you want. Then we have the Five of Cups. I'm looking at the Five of Cups. 1 second. Hey you guys, yeah, I'm back again. I had to pause because I was getting a song that was popping in my head, and I cannot remember this song for the life of me. All I remember is yeah, 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 yeah. I love you and you love me. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's all I knew. The lyrics. Yeah, I finally figured out who it's by. It's by Maroon 5. It's called I Really Want to Love Somebody by Maroon 5. Avron, I can't, how do you pronounce his name? Forgot his name. Something Lavrine, that's his name. I'm gonna add it, you guys. But anyways, the lyrics that stood out to me was yeah, 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 I love you and you love me. That's all I can remember. So I went back. What drew me to what popped out was you're such a hard act to follow. That's part of the lyrics. Love me today, going to leave me tomorrow. If I fall for you, I will never be the same. If I fall for you, I will never recover. I'll never be the same. That's the lyrics that stood out to me from the song Love Somebody by Adam Levine. Wow. Adam Levine. Probably did not pronounce his last name, but wow. Why was it so... I always get him and the other girl mixed up, because their names are so similar to me. The reason why I was getting this song, because we left off at the Five of Cups, and I was looking at that, and this is like grieving over some type of loss. And I kept hearing the lyrics. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love you, and you love me. I didn't know what it was, and I looked it up. I get it. With this character type, Stich, this nature, whoever resonates with this, who's compatible with this nature of this character, Stich, you have people falling over you. You break people's heart. Like, you are a hard act to follow. Like, you are the blueprint. You are your own mode because you're different. You stand out. Like I said, this Stitch character is very different, one of a kind. And the Stitch person brings things together. It also is the balance of the scales. It balances things out. It also guides the souls. And not just guide the soul, it lights the way for the souls. Like, it's the star, like the North Star. Like, it's like, it's like, it's like the queen bee, and then there's little bees falling in it. You are the star. Not only do you bring people together that's different and that's similar at the same time, you blend in at the same time. Like, you bring people together. I keep sensing that. And not only when it comes to your nature is that you make people fall for you easily. People fall for you because you're so unique, you're so different. But when people fall for you, it's like they fall hard. It's going to be hard for them. They can't let go. I don't think it's going to be, even if they try, it's going to be so hard for them to let go. When they fall for you, it's going to be hard for them to recover. They will never be the same. You change people. You change people's hearts. You change people's lives. You change people because you stand out. And yes, you have enemies, like I said before. Like, once you plant, like, because you don't stay in one place at one time. This connect to a different character I did. I just don't remember which one. I think it's Tarzan or Pocahontas, one of them. You don't stay in one place at the same time. Like, you're flighty, the bird. You're not flighty, but you once you grow, once you learn something, once you accomplish something, whether it's success, whether it's gaining wisdom, whether it's learning something new, you move on and you fly away. Once it has flourished, the seed that you have planted, you fly away to the next thing, to the next level. But with this next level, you have competition, you have enemies coming at you, but you hold your ground. You hold what you have grown, like what you have learned, what you have accomplished, and what you have gained. You hold on, you use that as a shield, as a protection shield. It's like, I got this. I'm prepared for you. I dealt with your kind before. It's a new level, but I'm ready. That's what I'm getting. You stand out. You're one of a kind. This nature. That I was getting that song, like, okay. I was getting old song that explained too. So you feel nostalgic to people too. Cause I was